Welcome back. This is part 3 of What Should I Do With My Life? I'm assuming you watched part 1 and part 2. Otherwise, what are you doing watching a video called part 3? What's wrong with you? But just to refresh your memory, in the first 2 parts, we said that when you're trying to decide what to do with your life, what career to choose, what field to specialize in, what to major in, you need to tick 3 boxes for your decision to be wise. The I, the A, and the O. We said that I stands for interest. The thing you choose, you should be interested in. A is ability. The thing you choose, you must have the ability to do it. And today we're going to cover O. What is O? O stands for opportunity. The thing you choose must have a good opportunity.
Opportunity.
It must be in demand. People should want to employ you or hire your services or buy what you have to sell. And this, I think, is where most people go wrong. And this is why the popular advice, follow your passion, is misguided and misleading. Having a passion for something only ticks one of the 3 boxes, which is the interest box. Passion is basically interest, but on steroids or on fire. But what about ability? And as we're going to discuss today, what about opportunity?
Opportunity.
So for example, I want to major in art history.
Word.
Why? Well, I have a passion for art and for the history of art and how it evolved over time. Okay, so that's interest. Check. I also can read hundreds of pages and retain all the information, and I have a good memory, I can memorize dates, and I have a good eye for art. That's ability. Check. But what about opportunity? What are you gonna do once you complete your degree?
What? Huh?
Where are you going to work? I know, I'm gonna work at the museum. Ha! And how many museums are there in your city?
What? Huh?
How many? How many are there?
0.
Yeah, there aren't any. No, actually, there's one museum. There's one museum. I can work there. All right. When was the last time they had a job vacancy? 2017, I think. See? Does that sound like a good opportunity? And even if you find a job there, how much will they pay you? See, opportunity is not only about getting a job, it's about making a good living. People should be willing to pay you enough by your standards, judging by your lifestyle. Would you make a good living out of this? See, the thing is, you have to avoid unemployment and underemployment. Unemployment, we all know what that is. You're willing to work, you're looking for a job, and you can't find it. But what's underemployment? Underemployment is when you work at a job where you're underutilized, where it doesn't require your skills or your degree. For example, you have a bachelor's degree and you end up working as a barista at Starbucks.
Where is barista? Come here, barista.
You don't need a bachelor's degree to get that job, so you're underemployed. Now notice here that I'm not criticizing baristas. Whatever job you have, as long as it's not illegal or immoral, and you're making an honest living, working hard, paying your bills, supporting your family, I respect that, whether you're the CEO or the janitor. However, it will be unfortunate if you waste 4 years of your life and maybe $80,000 to $100,000 of your money, only to end up working at a job that doesn't require the degree. If you want to be a barista, you could have gone straight to that and saved yourself 4 years and $100,000. Maybe you could have opened your own coffee shop with the $100,000. So be careful when choosing a degree. You don't want to go into something that has a low opportunity. The same thing goes for theater and film theory and gender studies and all the humanities. Most employers don't look favorably upon these degrees. You might think it's unfair. You might think that your education really helped you become the person that you are and it enlightened you. But if most employers don't look favorably upon these degrees, you are doing yourself a disservice by pursuing them. They say the engineer asks, how does it work? And the science graduate asks, why does it work? And the humanities graduate asks, would you like some fries with that?
That's just mean.
It's a mean it's a mean joke, but this captures how a lot of employers look at these degrees. So you have to be careful. Again, sometimes there's an opportunity for these degrees. If there is, then go for it. You have to decide. So for example, if your father is the owner of a major art gallery and you want to get a degree in arts history to have expertise in that field and to gain that credibility in the community, then by all means, go for it. So the point is you have to begin with the end in mind. Look ahead. Is there an opportunity for what I'm doing? What's the end game? Once I go down that path, what am I looking at? What are the opportunities? And then you can decide. Now, some other fields enjoy great opportunities. I was reading the other day that there's a shortage of qualified accountants. So if you're good with numbers and you're diligent and you are interested in accounting, you are in luck. There's a great opportunity for you. You are a lucky person. You're also a boring person. You boring accountant. I'm kidding. That's just the stereotype. Some of my most fun friends are accountants. You know who you are if you're watching. Aboud. Now, sometimes you can improve your opportunity. For example, if you want to go into academia right now and become an assistant professor, the chances are not very good because there's a general trend towards hiring adjunct lecturers, part-time lecturers. A lot of universities are relying on that. So the demand for full-time faculty has decreased in the past. Also, there's an oversupply of PhDs. So if a decent university has a vacancy for an assistant professor, they might get 200 or 300 applicants. So the opportunity nowadays is not very good. However, you can improve that opportunity. You can work really hard on your grades, get admitted into the best schools, and go for a top PhD program at one of the world's best universities, like Oxford or MIT or Harvard, and publish papers in top journals. Then you're set. Then you have a great opportunity once you look for a job in academia. So when you apply for that vacancy, you will stand out compared to the other 200 CVs. And before I forget, let me point out something important. Sometimes, not every passion and every interest needs to be turned into a career. Sometimes, if you're interested in something, it's okay to keep it as a hobby. That's why we have the concept of a hobby. For example, I love playing chess. I can play for hours. But I don't want to become a professional chess player. Most of them don't make any money, unless you're like Magnus Carlsen and one of those few top guys. So chess can be my hobby. I do it in my free time. The same goes for boxing. I can't get enough of boxing. I love boxing. I train in boxing. I've had 5 different personal trainers. I train in the ring, outside the ring, at home. I watch pay-per-view fights live. I listen to boxing commentary and analysis. I just love the sport. I can't get enough of boxing. But I don't want to become a professional boxer. I don't have to turn that passion into a career. Boxing can remain as a hobby. And interestingly, if you pursue another stable career, that might be the best way to enjoy your hobby. For example, let's revisit that lady who was interested in art history. Imagine she went down a different path. She chose something more stable with a better opportunity. Say she went into finance and she got a decent job and now she has a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Now she can travel the world and visit all the major museums and soak in all the culture and art. She can now fully enjoy her passion. If instead she went for an arts history degree and now she's unemployed, she has no money, she cannot travel and visit all the museums. Also, sometimes trying to turn your passion into a career might end up making you resent it and hate it. Say you're talented at drawing. You draw these beautiful paintings and you really enjoy doing it. Now, if you drop everything and try to make that into a career, sometimes you end up hating it. You end up resenting it. Suddenly, you can't make a living and you're stressed. You can't pay your bills. You can't pay your rent. And you start thinking, man, this art, this talent I have is the reason why I'm poor and miserable. It would have been better if you just had that as a hobby. Or another example, some people love cooking. They get such joy from cooking. They love trying different recipes and cooking for their friends, and they find it soothing and relaxing. I'll never understand these people. I don't like cooking. The last time I cooked was in, 1997. I don't remember the year, but a long time ago. If I pan the camera right now, you will notice that I don't even have a stove. Because who am I kidding? I'm not going to use it. But some people, it brings them such joy. But if they decide to pursue a career as a chef, there's a chance that they might start hating the art of cooking. Now they're under stress. They're working at the restaurant. The manager keeps popping into the kitchen like, hey, come on, why is this taking so long? The customer is complaining. And you're understaffed because 3 people are on sick leave. And you're running around and you're stressed and you no longer enjoy cooking. It was better when you were doing it as a hobby. Again, I'm not saying that always happens. I'm just saying sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's better to enjoy your passion as a hobby, something on the side, and not trying to rely on it to make a living. So to recap, when choosing a field, when choosing what to do with your life, when choosing a career, when choosing a major, you need to tick 3 boxes. The I, the A, and the O. Interest, ability, and opportunity. If you meet these 3 criteria, if you tick these 3 boxes, if you achieve this trifecta, your decision is wise. You have chosen wisely. Now, which fields have a great opportunity, which fields don't have a great opportunity, this is something that you have to figure out on your own. This is something that you should research.
Don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit.
If you found this 3-part series useful, please share it with a friend who needs it. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and see you next time.
Just one opportunity, two opportunity.
Let me point out an important point here. Point out a point. Don't everybody believe in Google? Well, Google that shit. I like how he doesn't say Google, he says Google. Don't everybody believe in Google? Google. Google Gaga, mother. Alright, that's enough. Alright, that's enough.